What it do, what it do, how y'all feeling? Welcome, this is Ash Neal's Radio. I am your host, Ash Neal. That is I. So, we talking to y'all. Yes, Donald J. Trump. So, this motherfucker, right? Our president, your president. I didn't vote for him, nor her. Neither here nor there. But, he proposed taking over the Gaza Strip. Now, if you've been following the Israel-Palestine conflict for, at least since October 7th, you know what's going on. But most of us know this happened way before October 7th. At least the conflict began, we'll say for present time, 1948. So at least 75 years, something like that, if my math is right. But for at least a year and a half since, October 7th, 2023, a lot of people have been saying Israel's trying to ethnically cleanse Gaza Strip, Palestine. That's just what they're trying to do. Ethnic cleansing. And for a while, you had all these motherfuckers like Piers Morgan and others saying, no, that's not what they're doing. No, that's not what they're doing. Well, Donald Trump confirmed it. Yep, he did. He said straight up, we're getting ready to take over the Gaza Strip, and we're going to try to move 2 million Palestinians elsewhere. Now, everybody had their take. Everybody had their take on this, and one show in particular had the most racist, disgusting take of all times. And that was no one other than yours truly, Fox News.
When we asked about your Gaza proposal, a lot of people are talking about, obviously,
everybody loves it.
President Trump giving Gaza Lago a 5-star review.
Gaza Lago. Let that sink in. Now, we weren't ethnically cleansing. No, we were just trying to get to Hamas, right? These are the people that are threatening Israel's security. It has nothing to do with Palestinians, right? We understand that Palestinians are people, human beings just like us. We just want to get the terror out, right? It has nothing to do with ethnic cleansing. Gaza Lago? That's how you start off? Sounds like an ethnic cleansing to me.
47 dropping a game-changing plan to bring stability to the Middle East with a proposed real estate acquisition to have the United States take over the war-torn Gaza Strip and rebuild it into the, quote, Riviera of the Middle East.
The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it, too. We'll own it and be responsible for dismantling all of the dangerous unexploded bombs and other weapons on the site, level the site and get rid of the destroyed buildings, level it out. History has...
You're going to do what? Trump, wait, what are you doing? Hold on. I thought we was lowering egg prices and shit. Am I tripping? That's what I thought we were doing. Wait, we taking over the Gaza Strip? We about to go over there and start leveling shit out and rebuilding it? Us? What? Oh, man.
Just can't let it keep repeating itself. We have an opportunity to do something that could be phenomenal. And I don't want to be cute. I don't want to be a wise guy, but the Riviera of the Middle East, this could be something that could be so bad. This could be so magnificent.
Caroline Levitt giving the media some details.
The Riviera of the Middle East.
On the building blueprint for the MAGA Strip.
President Trump is an out.
They all over, just boom, left and right. Bro, what do you, MAGA Strip? No, it's Gaza Strip. Am I tripping? They changed the name already? MAGA Strip. Y'all.
Outside of the box thinker and a visionary leader. who solves problems that many others, especially in this city, claim are unsolvable.
Can you explain this reversal and how building and owning Gaza squares with America First foreign policy?
I would reject the premise of your question that this forces the United States to be entangled in conflicts abroad. The president has not committed to putting boots on the ground in Gaza. He has also said that the United States is not going to pay for the rebuilding of Gaza. His administration is going to work with our partners in the region to
Wait. No boots on the ground? Jesse got the same face. Wait a minute. So we just gonna go and take Gaza, turn it into MAGA Strip, and they're just going to allow us? And we're not paying for it? Nigga, who pay? Mexico's paying for it. Oh, shit.
And right on cue, the liberal media and the Democrats are falling for the trap set by President Trump and freaking out over the MAGA in the Mediterranean plan. Watch.
Wait a minute. See, I'm sorry, you guys. Why is it a Trump trap? What do you mean? Like, he's just playing? Because they say that all the time. That, the left always fall for what he said. Mind you, I ain't on the left or the right. But they always say the left always fall for what Trump is saying. He's just provocative. He just says things to get them riled up. Why? And if you ask them that, they'll say shit like, that's who he is. That's his personality. It is what it is. This isn't nothing to even, Jesse said it. It's just a Trump trap. He doesn't mean this. Bro, how are other people supposed to feel? Like, people in Gaza, the Palestinians, they're like, Trump was joking. He's not trying to take over Gaza. Like, this is how we gonna run the country, with jokes and shit? Like, we just playing? This is pathetic, bro.
It is part of the culmination of what I view to be genocide of the Palestinian people. And this is genuinely one of the most horrific humanitarian catastrophes that we've seen in modern history.
It's the wackiest idea, hard to say, he's ever come up with.
He thinks that the coastline of Gaza is going to be great for some new hotel.
It's preposterous and it's illegal.
American imperialism at its roots.
Ethnic cleansing of Palestinians.
Throwing a match on an already very volatile region.
I will bring articles of impeachment against the president for dastardly deeds proposed and dastardly deeds done.
All right, Dana, they say it's a crazy idea, but you know what's a crazier idea? Having the Palestinians live next to the Israelis.
Well,
Jesse, what? That's outrageous. Having the Palestinians who've been there first longer, it's crazy having them live next to the Israelis. That's crazy. But for you, that's like normal to say. You just want these people out. But you don't even realize what you're saying, that it's actually ethnically cleansing. But it's okay for you. Like, that's crazy? Wait a minute. You got to dawn on this shit. Like, they're going to just be so disgustingly inhumane that it just makes you want to throw up. It's horrible.
Yes. Okay. So, yes, when I first saw it, I was like, wait, what? We're going to do what? I'm like, okay, I'm here for it, because you know how I am on all of those things. Next stop, Cuba for me. But I think.
What's up with these people? What's up with these colonizers? That is a colonial mindset. That's what they are. They're colonists. They are. They think, and this is the problem. They think what they're saying is going to resonate. It's like, oh yeah, people going to be like, yeah, you know that, yeah, Cuba too. We just had an issue with Canada. Like, we was literally trying to make Canada the 51st state. Now that Trump backed off, like, yeah, I was just tripping again. Oh, he was just saying something to get the left riled up. Bro, America, we need to chill. You can't run around the fucking world like cowboys thinking you can take over shit. This isn't the fucking, bro, this is 2025. People ain't going for that shit. Chill out. Why we can't just, like, take care of America?
This is the most compassionate thing that anyone has said about the Palestinians for a long time. Because if you think about it, what was the alternative? Go back to the rubble? There's no sewage system, there's no plan, and just allow the continuation of the festering of the hate against the Israelis so that they could lob rockets from...
Wait, that's the problem. And see, the media believes that the more they say October 7th, October 7th, October 7th, that people will have in their mind that that's when it started. And you heard her. Oh, what are we going to do? Allow them to go back to the rubble and keep throwing rockets over here? But we know that you guys been trying to take over all of Palestine since 1948. We're not stupid. We get it. We know people got educated. They know about the Nakba and all of that. They get it. They heard the stories. They know what's going on, and y'all trying to do it again. So for you to sit here and be like, the Palestinians are at fault, and what y'all thought? What was the alternative? We might as well take over. It's all rubble. No. Leave these people alone. It's not far-fetched. You just have this weird-ass mindset that you're the boss of the world.
From Gaza into Israel? That was the plan? So what was Biden doing? They basically allowed Iran to continue to get more and more power. And I know that the Democrats are going to freak out about 5 things a day, and he knew exactly what he was doing. They certainly did that. But now everybody's saying, wait, well, maybe there is another way to do this. And what's interesting from the Israeli political standpoint, on Bibi Netanyahu's right, and he has a little bit of a problem keeping his coalition together because everybody's always after him, and it's a difficult situation there. It's a tough neighborhood. On his right, they're very frustrated with him for not doing more, but they love this idea. They've been bringing it up for about 3 decades. Like, why don't we ask somebody to do that? Plus, if you...
They've been bringing it up for 3 decades. So in the mix of 30 years, people say, oh no, this has been happening a long time. All the time that Israel committed these atrocities like mowing the lawn, decade after decade. You mean to tell me for 30 years somebody's been like, man, we this is what we've been saying. Move these motherfuckers up out of here. Ethnically cleanse them. Finally, Trump, you saying what we've been saying. And I don't think she hears what she's saying.
You think about what Trump did in the first term with NATO. He said, you guys want us to be a part of NATO? Then you got to pay up. What this did is also say to the Arab world, if you're not going to help take care of the Palestinians, okay, I guess I will. I guess I'll have to do it. And now they're like, well, actually, no, and
Greg's
now
laughing.
You can have the focus on, okay, so what about those innocent Palestinians? What are you going to do with them? I'm not saying that there's going to be like, I don't think that any single, not even one boot of any American is going to be on the ground to do this. What it did is it changed the conversation. I think it's very interesting. I don't think the alternative to going back to the way it was before, to just wait for the next October 7th, was the best idea. I just want to add one other thing. Abe Greenwald is...
And there you go. They keep saying, I don't believe there's going to be any boots on the ground. Bro, how do you think this is going to happen? There's going to have to be conflict. They're not just going to allow this to happen. Wake the fuck up. What's wrong with you? And then she says, oh, we ain't just going to wait for another October 7th. Why did October 7th happen? They really don't want to talk about why October 7th happened. They don't even want to talk about the fact that there was over 200 dead Palestinians in 2023 prior to October 7th. They don't even want to bring that up. They're like, yeah, but did you remember what happened? These people are disgusting. It's going to get worse.
An executive editor at Commentary Magazine. I listen to him a lot. He has a new newsletter that's free. I think it's free. I'm a subscriber, but I think you can sign up for this newsletter for free.
Phew, thank God.
I think you can, but you should subscribe. But he said this today. Thomas Jefferson said, if you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done.
Really? If you want something you never had, first of all, to quote one of these sons of bitches, if you want something you never had, why don't you just fix your fucking wants and your own problems? But to go and take it? But you're not colonists? They're not colonizers. This is the quote she decided to use to justify the means.
And he said the world is already different for what Trump put forward, meaning that now we can actually have a conversation about something else. And I think it's very exciting. And it's kind of fun to watch the Democrats freak out about genocide. Genocide? Well, what was the alternative?
Oh!
We're not talking about genocide. We're talking about getting them to safety.
Yeah, she slipped. Yeah, no, you said what you said. Genocide? What you thought? What else? Of course. What was the alternative? Oh, you people. Oh my God. God is watching. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, this is the funny thing, because a lot of these people have this mindset that the second coming of Christ is on its way, or it's here. Something happened. And when he comes, they want to be there, I guess. Jesus was Arab. And the way y'all speak about Arabs, I don't think he would approve of it.
And getting them back to a place where they could actually live in peace.
Greg, have you put down a down payment for a 3-bedroom condo?
I'm already investing in a Dave & Buster's. Being a new father.
It's funny. It's funny to them. This shit is fucking funny to them. Greg, did you invent? Yeah, I got a Dave & Buster's. We're talking about people's lives. Little babies, kids, women, and men. And they're just like laughing about taking over their land in 2025. You guys, this is happening in 2025.
Father, I can say that this is purely a dad move. You're in a huge fight with your sister over the remote. Your dad comes down and he turns off the TV and he just takes the remote. Yeah. No Gutfeld. And that creates a common enemy. Dad. Right? So the quarrel is over. Now you got to deal with dad. And it forces the siblings to come up with some creative alternative. And suddenly all these Middle East countries, Jordan and Egypt, those are the kids, have to go, well, I don't want dad involved. What? Right.
Jordan and Egypt are the little kids. They say, I don't want dad involved. Why do we believe that we're the greatest? We're the biggest. We're the baddest. According to, because I'm a market guy. I understand economics. With a GDP of 27 trillion and a debt of 33 trillion, we shouldn't be talking about being the superpower. Dad.
Can somebody goes, well, then maybe you have to start thinking about, paying for the rebuilding or monitoring the peace or taking in some of the refugees. It causes the kids involved to go, whoa, not so fast. We didn't really want this. And they don't want America in the middle of everything, but exactly what you said. He said, well, you're not doing anything about it. And you're right. This is why the way you described it, The fact
Nobody
that,
do anything.
He is creating a new conversation. He is creating a new conversation. He kind of forces the world to conform and react to him. This is why he's not a president. He's now officially a legend. And a legend creates a story around you, around yourself. And world leaders, they want to see him. They want selfies with him. They want to please him. It's a phenomenon. It's not about shaking the box. He throws the box into traffic. You know, he may make more progress simply by doing this than has been done in ages.
Judge Jeanine, when you saw that Donald Trump was saying that we should take over Gaza, what was the first thing you thought?
Oh my God. It was like, what did that say? Look, you know, it's true that
because you finally had a brain.
This is a starting point of a negotiation. Donald Trump is someone who is very clear and has a vision, and he is a humanitarian. He thinks about the fact that these Palestinians have nothing to go back to. They only have hate and no future right now. They live among rubble and unexploded bombs as well as destroyed buildings. There is no future.
According to who? You? Judge Jeanine Pirro? Like, these people didn't need you to build what they built. They didn't. How about, I got an idea. Why don't y'all leave them the fuck alone? What do you think about that? Let them go back to the rubble. Move that shit out. Rebuild. Become the Palestinians. She said they're going to go back to, they have nothing to go back to but hate. You're right. Because their neighbors hate them. The Israelis hate them. I feel you. So I don't think y'all hear what y'all say. Y'all just feel like we big Billy badass and we can do what we want. All right.
Are the other Arab countries going to come in and take care of them? Egypt is not. Jordan is not. Saudi Arabia is not. And we've got this faux hatred of Israel by the Arab countries. And what I mean by that is that the Palestinians they need to let them believe that they've been wronged by Israel so that the Palestinians don't go into their countries.
So they haven't been wronged by Israel over the last 70-some years with the multiple killings. Hell, they done killed American citizens in some of their operations. Come on now. We got people today that have the keys to their homes from years ago, and they're not allowed back. And for these people to keep harping on October 7th, it's disgusting because they try to justify it. They say, oh, yeah, well, we had Hamas came over to our border and committed atrocities and took over a few hundred hostages. Well, you got people that's trying to defend it like, yeah, if somebody came and started killing my friends and family and taking people, you damn right. I'll bomb them too, right? Is what it is, right? So if we understand that Israel had killed over 200 Palestinians, men, women, and children, before October 7th, and had been expanding settlements for years, and of course, committed atrocities for decades. Why you can't say, yeah, of course, and October 7th can happen? You're right. We've been trying to ethnically cleanse these people for 30 years, 40, over 75 years.
So, yeah, it's terrible what Israel is doing, and the Palestinians need to keep their land because we don't want them in our country. Queen Rania of Jordan, her husband Abdullah, for a while had the Palestinians there until there was Black September. And there was Arab upon Arab violence, and Palestinian and Jordanians went to war. And you've got El Sisi saying, I don't want them. No one wants them. They went into Lebanon because Lebanon didn't have a border that was strong enough. Lebanon was almost a democratic nation. It had banking institutions. It was a major Christian nation. They had democratically elected government, and it was taken down by.
There it is. That Christian nation shit. You guys need to stop it. You need to stop with this whole Christian religious shit. I'm sorry. All of it. Bullshit. All of it. I don't give a fuck how you feel. Especially when you're doing shit in the name of your religion. It's bullshit. So yeah, we know what you're trying to do. This is a biblical war. It is.
The PLO and Hezbollah and all those gangs. So the only future that these Palestinians have is an economic future. And that can only happen if their country is developed where there's no underground tunnels, where the kids aren't raised to hate Israel. And Trump doesn't want a nation built. Trump wants a peaceful area, just like he did with the Abraham Accords.
She said, where the kids aren't raised to hate Israel. I want you guys to Google or go to YouTube and check out the songs that the little Israeli babies sing about Palestinians.
And so his job right now is to figure out where they go in the meantime, to leverage that, and to make sure that he, quote, works with the partners in the region to get some kind of conclusion where there is ultimately peace.
Jessica, do you have a better idea?
Listen, the two-state solution that we have all wanted for decades is elusive, and unfortunately, I think it will continue to be so. And lots of people have tried to get it done and have failed, not just in the U.S. This was a huge issue for Tony Blair, who dedicated his career to trying to do this and couldn't pull it off. So, no, I personally do not have a better solution at this moment, but I know that this solution is untenable. Certainly to the Arab countries that surround Palestine, who have been clear that they are not taking these people in. The former deputy prime minister of Jordan said this is a declaration of war on the Arab people. And if
boom. There you go. It's a declaration of war on the Arab people. You guys think you can just do what you want? America just feel like they can bully anybody, everybody, and get away with it. Now they say this is a declaration of war. What's going to happen if they, now mind you, I don't fucking know, nigga. I'm an American sitting in this garage talking to y'all. But what if they did want to like combine all the Arab nations and try to attack Israel? Like, look what Trump just did. Trump just kicked our fucking allies in the teeth. In Canada. Maybe the EU. And like, what if they be like, hey man, we can't help you. You're on your own. And leave America to help Israel by itself. Now, them boots on the ground that y'all said is not going to be there, we're going to have to put boots on the ground. They just said it. So spare me this whole strategic move. Oh, yeah, this is a great idea. No, they're fucking laughing. It's just disgusting.
if he's such a humanitarian, then you take those 2 million people and you bring them here to the U.S., which is the country you are in charge of, and you resettle them. Well, I'm just saying you can't force these people down other countries' throats.
But other countries have said they'll take them. Like the Albanians are saying, we could help.
We could take a few, but you're talking about 2 million people.
We'll spread them out. So, maybe some could go to Greenland.
If you want to know how crazy the idea is, though, you have to look no further.
Just like they're pieces of, like pieces on a board. Oh, we just spread them out and put some over here. It's disgusting. This shit is disgusting.
Than Susie Wiles' face as he said it. There's a great shot of her, his chief of staff, the Ice Maiden, I think they call her, looking very expressive at that moment where she was like, oh my God, what is he saying? And Mike Waltz kept it together, but he looked a little surprised too. And we know where the idea came from. Last year, Jared Kushner said, I think you could get some really great waterfront property in Gaza. It could be really beautiful. And this was widely covered. And so maybe he has been brewing this.
Exactly. He did. He had pictures, or actually, I've seen pictures of development properties. Like, it was a picture of rubble. They still had the rubble. And there were these CAD images of condos on the rubble. So you can see these 3D images of what it would look like. And I'm just sitting here like they didn't even, they weren't even hiding it. And with Jared Kushner, he was sitting down with an interview with somebody, I don't fucking know. And he was saying that shit, this could be a nice little beachfront area. That's how they think. That's how they think. An investment area. Let's kill all these people, because they ain't nobody anyway. And let's just put some beachfront homes and condos right here. I'm going to just be honest with you. On a quantum level, I wouldn't even want to live there. Because you think those spirits, you think the particles of all those innocent people is going to be gone? Try to build over there if you want to.
Maybe there are some great contracts to come. But the point is that you can't just
wait. I have to step in. I'm sorry. But first of all, on Call Me Back podcast today with Dan Senor, he and Rich Goldberg were talking about, apparently Donald Trump watched the entire October 7th video on Monday. Mm-hmm. This is not something that he's like, oh, I can't wait to put my hotel down there. What was the,
yes, it
what
is.
Was the alternative? Where's the compassion for the Palestinian people from anybody else? Nobody is saying that they would do anything for them.
But then if you are the one who's going to drop in and save everybody for it, don't you have to put some of your money where the mouth is?
We have funded Gaza more than any other country.
But what are you
Jessica?
Doing with the good people? Listen, I know that Gaza was overrun with terrorists. I've watched a significant portion of the October 7th footage. I have not watched the whole thing in its entirety.
How are they terrorists? Please, somebody explain to me. How are they terrorists? How? Please. I know your whole explanation of, they came over and took civilians hostages and committed atrocities, right? She said she's seen some of the footage. I've seen some of the footage. But how are they terrorists? This has been going on for years, over 70 years. Yeah, I mean, somebody, I remember watching, I forgot who it was, but when they try to excuse the carpet bombing and all the Israeli operations like mowing the lawn, they would call it an act of war. They say, these people, they would agree. They've been in the conflict, in the war for 70-something years. They would agree. So if that's the case, then how is October 7th not a military exercise? How are they terrorists if they're literally fighting back? This is a war. Pay attention. They for what, a year and a half, or how long this has been going on the recent days. They were saying a whole bunch of civilians were caught up, murdered, and taken as hostages. But we just seen that it was a strategic move. People didn't catch it. The 4 hostages they just released, they were military personnel, combatants, legit targets. So if you're going to sit there and say even the IDF is you can't touch the IDF, or that's considered terrorism, then what the fuck is a war? What's a war? It's only what you want to define it as. So you can't call these people terrorists if they actually took in military personnel, fed them, had them looking good for a whole year. They released them with smiles on their face in their uniforms. Come on now. Pay attention.
Entirety. But you cannot say to all the neighboring countries that they just need to make room for millions of people that they
Why
don't
not?
want in their.
Why not?
Then you
Why
are the
not?
world's policeman. Then you are interventionist. Then you are going back on
You
every
wanna bring
promise
them
that you
to
made
the
on the
United
campaign.
States. They don't
You're an
they don't
ethnic cleanser.
appreciate
I
our
wanted
climate
to.
or food. Oh, so what should we do? Let them live in rubble and hate the Westerners and hate everyone else and the
Where
Jews?
are you shipping that? You can't
What?
make Jordan open up. You can't make
This makes the
Egypt
Arab
open
world
up.
have to step up,
Yeah.
and it's smart.
It's not about forcing Jordan or anyone else. It's
This
about making people realize that for economic success in that region,
Oh.
we need to have peace and a rebuilding of Gaza.
And instead of Jessica of saying,
I'm done. For economic success, we need to rebuild Gaza. Whose economic success? The Palestinians? If you're talking about the Palestinians, I'm with you. No? Yeah? No? The fuck you? That's how they think with they fucking pockets. Like money is the only thing. They want to build condos and tax people and do this whole capitalistic communism fucking bullshit in Gaza. Charge people. You see fucking Greg got his own Dave and Buster's. Charge people to come over there and play big kid games. This is the game to them. This is funny. Disgusting people.
saying, no, we can't. Let's try yes, we can.
Yes, we
I
can.
loved Yes We Can and hope and change.
Well, where is that? Where is the yes, we can?
Well, maybe he'll get a third
Where's
term.
the joy?
Maybe. It's already underway.
Sorry, it's non-consecutive. So
Up next.
Yeah, whatever. He did. Yes, we can. No, we can't. They think they can. And that's the problem. And they're going to drag everybody else in it with them. It's going to be y'all, pay attention. No boots on the ground. What does that mean? No military. They claiming it that they're going to do this shit peacefully. Palestinians are just going to allow us. We're going to come in, we're going to clean up, we're going to have our little construction crew, little bulldozers, pushing that shit off to the side, breaking up the rubble. We're going to start building a nice little apartment complex, little condos here, little beachfront there. They're going to love it. You really think that's how it's going to go? Like, what goes through the brain, the mindset of a colonizer? What goes through their head? Like, they believe that an invasion is a conquest. And the people who they are invading need to allow the shit to play out. Because if they don't allow it to play out and they have the nerve to fight back, they're going to be deemed terrorists.